Double dipping headset by user SJR. User, my headset is broken. People on Teams can't hear me. Me, looks like you've paired it with Bluetooth and plugged in a receiver at the same time. It shows up as two headsets at once, which causes some issues. Let's unpair it and leave the receiver in. User, I see, thanks. 2 weeks later. User, my headset is broken again. No one can hear me. Me, you've paired it with Bluetooth again. It's showing up as two headsets. User, oh right, also it sometimes won't turn on. Look, nothing happens when I push the button. Pushes the ANC button. Me, that's the button that turns ANC on and off. The on button is on the other side. User, I see, thanks. 3 weeks later. User, my headset is broken again. This is getting very annoying. Me, did you pair it with Bluetooth Aga? Why are there 4 headsets on the list? User, oh, I got another headset that I use at home. It also doesn't work. Me, you've plugged both receivers in and paired both headsets. Look, unpair both headsets and don't pair them again. Leave this receiver at home and this one at your desk. Only plug in one at a time. User, I see, thanks. 3 weeks later. User, my headset is broken again. This is ridiculous. Me, praise for courage. Ticket please by user Old Girl Geek. Today I went into our executive suite area to help a user with an issue that she had submitted a ticket on last week. When I arrived, she was sitting in the reception area waiting for me and chatting with 2 other admin assistants. The other 2 saw me and said, "Oh, we're so glad you're up here. We have a ton of things we need from you." I asked are there tickets for them, already knowing there weren't, and one of them kind of waved me off and said, "Oh, who actually does that?" I pointed at the original user and said she does. That's why I'm up here helping her. I finished my ticket and left without even asking what they needed. These are users who have been here for a couple of years and know better. It felt amazing. How I found out we hadn't finished deploying the content filter by user and TEDG. As I'm sure we all experienced, COVID forced a work from home policy that strained not just work procedures, but how it works as well. So with WFH, we needed a content filter solution on the computers instead of just the corporate firewall. We deploy it, configure it, done. Or so we thought. Sometime later, a coworker messages me and says they found a problem on our website. They know I'm not on the web team, but could I help them prepare a ticket with the right terms to get it treated faster? This user always opens good, respectful tickets, so of course I help. Tech's looking out for techs. So we start a screen share session and we're preparing the ticket for the web team. My coworker then tries to describe a feature that should be on the website, says this is how it is on product's website and just types product.com. Well, product.com was full of ladies definitely not using the product my coworker was describing. A few flustered seconds later we got the tab closed, and I showed them how to clear the last hour of browser history. We discovered the product in question is a company product.com and we immediately knew why. We got the ticket finished and sent off to the web team. I then went and looked at the device web filter and found that we had somehow put exceptions in place without actually picking any categories to block. So exceptions to nothing were configured. I sent a screenshot of no blocked categories to the coworker and they replied with the life of crying they would have led with their work computer had they knew the content filter wasn't working. So maybe once in a while, check your filters. This is true for air conditioners, cars, and computers. Blah blah blah, by user that Brazilian guy. This one is from a few years ago, but I just remembered it and felt I had to share. So this user calls me early in the morning with a problem. User, good morning, that Brazilian guy. I'm trying to use this program, but it's giving me an error message no matter what I do. Me, good morning, user. Okay, I need you to please read me what the error message says. User, the operation you're trying to execute is currently unavailable. There is a blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Please contact the account administrator. Me, user, I need you to read me the entirety of the message so I can diagnose what the problem is. I'm sure it doesn't read blah blah blah. User proceeds to read the message as written. Can you remotely unjam my printer by user and Dan? A light-hearted story today. The other night I'm at home, on Discord chatting with people on a server. Friend of mine pops on and in a joking tone asks hey and Dan, can you help me unjam a printer? My response in a joking tone, after groaning of course, was I will kill you in real life. We all know how this goes over the phone printer support. Despite grumbling, I give it a cursory look since they turn on video. Brother printer, they were out of letter. Fed it legal instead while choosing to print on letter, and the greedy bastard took in 2 pieces at once. Thankfully, my friend isn't completely phased when it comes to technology, even if the quantum computers they work on are still a bit tricky for them, so I'm able to direct them pretty easily. Check this panel, pull here, see if this is there, etc. Got the model from them beforehand and easily pulled up the guide. Ended up just walking through that to pop the back off the printer to release everything, and like that it's done. Still, I have to admire the temerity to even semi-seriously ask, hey, can you unjam my printer over the phone?